はい、よろしくお願いします。続きですね、昨日からの。どうしてもクリアしたいんで、いきたいと思います。お？はい、どっから来た？要するに、光場っていうのをね、たらね、要するに踏切の切り替えだったのね。で、の切り替え場所を探せってことなのかなと思って。切り替え場所って一箇所ね、ここにあったんだよね、ここに。この分岐。ことではないんだよ。からいけない。しらめつぶしに、で、
This railway branch should lead to the quarry. Let us take a look.
ほら、
The switch is rusted.
ほら、いけるんちゃうの？ほら、あ、
The railway ends here. That is strange. The railway.
レタスサラダが入室しました。
あれだ、あれです。となると、
レタスサラダが初見です。スタンプギフトを送りました。
ダース。おかしい。ああ、そう。あ、 針が足りないな。誰かが古代の
D クラス職員ヒエナさん、あら、始まってたわ。
ああ、俺、まだ操作あるんじゃねえのこれ課題。消えた列車の。
The rail is rusted and
D
looks
クラス
old.
職員ヒエナさん、あれ、1個解決したんですな。
たった今解決します。
The- the-
でも、ここに線路を作ったとして、こう入っていって、じゃあ、なんていうの、でっかい、なんだったっけ名前忘れた。なんだっけあれ。船。なんかね、でっかい船があって、あら
D クラス職員ヒエナさん、から
あんね。あ、今日は、ここから
ミッタチブ、ボットさん、お知らせ、視聴者数が10人を突破しました。次は30人でお知らせします。
から、あいや、ちょっと待って。ほら。ちょっと待って、落ち着け。こう。こう来てるわけだね。 だから、チェスターなんとかは、通過してる。あ、鉱山、誰かが、
0091、ケイシさん、こんにちは。
こういうことだ。ガス。で、しけ、ケイシさん、こんにちは。最近、メコスキ人が、おそらく何か必要なものを、これは、そうね。で、列車はどんな、あったのかもしれない。それも知ったと思う。失敗行為。あ。で、
最弱のドクロが入室しました。
パスタ駅は賄賂金で取ったと俺は思う。
最弱のドクロさん、ドクドク。
で、あったと判断した場合、
果物大好きリンゴさん、あらさんこんにちは。
パス。ヒントね、だけどな。ないんだよな。手がかりね。これがないんだよな。消えたな。ないの。
果物大好きリンゴさん、冷えにきこんにちは。
手がかり。これでしょ。来てるやん。
Railway sleepers, nothing unusual.
で消えたんだよね。ここね、形上はここで消えた。
The entire train has disappeared. It's a disaster.
ララが入室しました。
一歩がわかんねえや。来てるよね、多分。いやいや。はい、グールだろう、多分。ないんだけど。
Railway post bags.
で、消えたんでしょ、バックして。だけじゃないの？何かあるのかな？
A telegraph.
ダメ。え
The railway ends here. That is strange.
あるじゃん。帰んのこれ。これどこ帰るんだ。そういえば。わかんないなぁ。いや、鉱山じゃない。鉱山じゃない。
Someone removed these screws. A few feet of the rails have been dismantled.
俺の予想ではここにあったやつを取り外して、馬車に乗っけて、さっきのに持ってったと。このドンガスター。で、何なんだ。
All these trains and railway stations, Chileans, Mexicans, and Robinson with his prototype. Holmes,
An advertisement for lake cruises.
Ah. あとそう。
An abandoned gypsy caravan. This
I will not move from here. It's a scandal. An absolute...
A telegraph.
Don't touch anything, please.
何なんだろう。手がかりはこれでないのかな。あるよね。おかしいぞ。いや、それおかしいな。あっぽこ。ダウンで、あ、スイッパー、これ。あー、ここはもう、
D クラス職員ヒエナさん、操作足りないのか。
足りないのかな。あ、いけたいけたいけた。馬車の中だからダメなのか。待って待って待って待って待って待って。ちょっと待って。完了になったよ。えあ
Then the case is solved, Holmes. What do you intend to do?
Well, I shall require assistance for the arrests. There were accomplices.
Ah, but
D
I
クラ
know
ス
that
職員
looks.
ヒエナさん、
You
導
have
き出
your
した
own
からかな。
ideas. What are they, Holmes?
お
On the one hand, we have Mycroft and his tedious political games. He will locate the guilty parties without any trouble. But it will be a long and drawn-out process, and possibly with some compromise that will be to Mycroft's benefit. Our other option is the local constabulary, and advice from our friend Lestrade. The problem we have there is that the authorities seem to be incapable of acting quietly. They rely on brute force. It could result in an international scandal. All the same, I think that I prefer the forces methods. It would be better to resolve the case quickly and efficiently, without any talk of politics.
Let us go home then. I'd like to begin writing a draft of this story.
I did not say that we had finished here yet.
Well, all right. What did I miss?
Watson, we know that the Barkazas Company directors were drowned in the flooded quarry, along with the train and Robinson's prototype. But we still need to corner the guilty party.
But how do you intend to prove... Oh no. Please don't tell me we have to dive into the lake.
You may rest assured that I have a far better idea. We have only to use our corrupt Doncaster station master as bait. He will unwittingly trap our Mexican friend.
Of course, you already had a plan. I shall follow you, Holmes.
Well, the case is
違うよう
solved,
な気がす
and
る
we
け
should be
ど。
heading home. May we have 2 tickets to London, please?
Right away. Wait a minute. You've solved the case?
In a manner of speaking, can you believe that the rescue service miraculously saved one of the Chileans who were on board the train? The police have ordered his immediate escort to London on the next train.
He pulled through then? He's alive?
Yes, by extreme good fortune. His condition is quite serious, and the method of transportation has its risk, but he will be held securely by the doctor and police officers. The gentleman carries some vital information on this case. I am sure of it.
Ah, really?
Your station will be famous, Mr. Duff. The journalists will be here before you know it. Goodbye, sir.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
ジェントルメン。辛くして。
Gentlemen, you are under arrest.
Caramba! You traitor! You double-crossed me!
ああ
D クラス職員ヒエナさん、唐突なし。
だったんだね。頭打ったらどうなんだろう。
Good shot, Watson. I always knew you were a talented marksman.
I didn't want another life lost in this case, Holmes.
Oh my god! I thought I was a dead man.
You shouldn't be so glad about it. You'll be up before the judge.
Your testimony will be of great importance to the investigation. I would remind you that your cooperation will be the best way to ease your sentence. By the way, Watson, would you be so kind as to give me some shooting lessons later on?
Yes, but not in our sitting room and
D
not
クラス
with
職
you
員
wearing
ヒエナ
a
さん、
blind.
頭打ったら死ぬでしょ。さすがに。
でも、裏切ったなって言ってたから、解決は解決だよね。終わりだよな。
D クラス職員ヒエナさん、なんかあれよね。解決したのにやったわかんないよね。
ないっすよ。 あと何が起きたとかさ、裁判ではなんとかないのだもん。唐突に終わるもん。
庄司応援チャンネルさん。
What happened?
I feel deathly.
And you look it. Let me examine you. Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits. The pupil is dilated. The pupil is dilated.
D クラス職員ヒエナさん、地面に落ちたもの食べる癖かな？
またいつものバグが出た。またいつものバグが出た。これでやった方がいいのかな。
Holmes, what happened?
I feel deathly.
And you look it. Let me examine you. Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits. The pupil is dilated. The temperature appears to be normal. I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats. I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats. I need to I need to I need to I need to I need
何？どっか心拍数数えるってこと？
D クラス職員ヒエナさん、押しっぱじゃダメなん？
a weak pulse, around 50 beats per minute. But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
目隠し団さん、こんばんは。
Give it to me
ます。
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
now. Please.
Here, drink it all. Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Hemlock and datura. I was compelled.
バカなんじゃねえの？
Holmes,
バカ
you
なん
might
じゃ
have
ね？
not returned home when I
自
did. What
分で
might have
毒飲ん
happened?
だの？
I knew that you would.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Mr. Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is
ミ
unwell.
ッタチブ、ボットさん、お知らせ。視聴者数が30人を突破しました。次は50人でお知らせします。
あれ、ミラティブこれ放送されてない？
We have brought in two young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were.
目隠しが入室しました。
What?
As I said,
母さんお帰りな
And they
さい。
were tied together.
you are lacking in imagination, Inspector.
Well,
目隠しさん、
I'm
見れるよ。
not.
あ、見れてます
Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it.
T ク
and
ラス
signed
職員
by
ヒエ
the
ナさん、
men.
何事もなかったかのように起き上がるおっさん。
Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes. And these two young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumors of corruption.
目隠しさん、あ
I'm
ら、
not
これだ
interested
け
in
だ。
politics, Lestrade.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder.
声だけで
But
す
we're
か？
unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder. A
目
vanishing
隠しさん、
weapon.
見れないね。
Roman baths.
あら
That's
ら
for
ら。
us. Watson, fetch your hat.
はい。カードしますね。
目隠しさん、一時停止って出てる。目隠しが入室しました。
あ、なったな。
T クラス職員ヒエナさん、飯食ってくるオン。
はい、いってらっしゃい。ああ、次、件来これも長い
目
んだろ
隠しさん、大丈夫だ、見れる。
ます。まず、もう一回情報をしよう。あ、過去の、ありのやつ出るんだ。
そういうさん、こんにちは。
まずは、前に、バディですね。一回見るとね、若干、
On the sofa for the third time today. Well, don't be surprised if Watson sits on you again.
目隠し団さん、わざわざレタスさんからドム来たよ。大丈夫なんだけど。
This is where I keep my post. My archive.
はい、行こうか。
I'm always wondering what's on your...
欲しい。
Beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes.
はい、ここからグルテスクなシーンが出るんじゃないかと思います。
Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes. The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the city council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow, did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well, we shall see. You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All three witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see. Was there anyone else
ミステリーっぽくなった
here,
よ。
apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Yes, a Mr. Phillips. He was the one who called the police. He'll be able to give you more details.
Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
あ、だよね。バグってね、これ。ああ。
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
There was a fire burning all night.
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The gentleman had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning.
0091、警視さん、落ちます。
They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived, and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then the changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
The steam room's on the other side, Mr. Holmes.
ホームズーンとか言うのに、わかりやすく。
But the steam room's on the other side, Mr.
向
Holmes.
こう側ってどっちだよ。あ、
These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam room. These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam... Clothes belonging to one of the suspects. Expensive clothes belonging to one of the men from the steam room. An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled. An ice...
あるパターンでこういった表記でしたとかな。
Champagne for a special occasion. Unopened, it was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session.
Kaな。びっくりした。裸でいるのね。あ、あったね、下に。
Good Lord, Holmes.
Ah, death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget about that.
It's horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
I'm in shock. I don't want to talk. It's horrible. So Rodney, he's dead. Can't we speak about it?
The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme. I will need something to pick up this melted metal. It is too hot. Blood traces wiped on the towel. With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away. One lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the brazier. One lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the brazier. These lenses are for myopia. The wearer is short-sighted.
There was only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain. Death would have been instantaneous.
Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample. Look, Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed it before the steam session.
D クラス職員ヒエナさん、おかえり。
Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample.
D クラス職員ヒエナさん、珍しく遺体があるの
The
か。
wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool is rather large.
There was a...
Oh,
Some dirt. Some dirt. Look, Watson. The grid cannot be removed.
Mr. Holmes?
Holmes?
Do we have to stay here? Can't we go?
パチン、ないのないの
These clothes belong to one of the suspects from the steam room. I cannot leave until I have seen the
見たじゃん。え、まだ調べるの
There was only... There was only...
ないでしょ。
The death is very recent, between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry, or he is an artist, or a ghost, or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous, do you know that?
The weapon is nowhere to be found. The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme. I will need something to pick up this. I will need something.
I found him. If you have to interrogate me, I'd like to be dressed properly. I don't...
Mr. Holmes?
Almost.
The grid cannot be removed. I should check this blood sample at Baker Street. This key was covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it.
手がかりはもうないのかな。
An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled. Unopened. It was intended to be enjoyed after the Steam session. Champagne for a special occasion.
D クラス職員ヒエナさん、サウナ室にずっと立っていないといけない人々がかわいそうだな。
ある意味。
Mr. Holmes, I should like to take the suspects to the yard. You can interrogate them there. Any objections?
Please wait. I need to do something first.
Mr. Holmes.
None, Lestrade.
D クラス職員ヒエナさん、犯人、出たいんですけど。ミッタチブ、ボットさん、お知らせ、視聴者数が50人を突破しました。次は100人でお知らせします。
How many people have keys to the steam room?
We have just the one key for now, which Sir Gregory gave to me.
So, this morning you opened the steam room, and then?
I put the key inside my desk, but when they called, I couldn't find it. It had disappeared. I don't know where it is.
Did you leave the baths at any time, or receive any visitors?
No, sir, I did not.
え、違うの？
Did you leave the baths at any time, or receive any visitors?
No, sir, I did not.
You are not telling the truth, Mr. Phillips. You left your work this morning, and you went to the post office, where you dispatched a telegram at around 7:30.
But how could you... No,
The telegram was for someone in Manchester.
Mr. Holmes, it's I'll tell you everything. I left the baths at 7:20. My sister wrote to me yesterday, and she needed a reply, or our mother is unwell. I was away for 20 minutes, and I closed the baths on my way out.
Did you receive a reply from your sister?
No, she wasn't meant to. I just told her to pawn my old school uniform so that she could pay for the medication.
Did you check to see if the key was still in your desk when you returned?
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see. There is a bottle of champagne on ice in the changing room. Do you have any idea who left it there?
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any attention. Do you believe that it's important?
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them.
Oh.
A shape has been cut in the plate. What should be done with it?
重要なのそれ？そうなの？
0091、ケイシさん、戻りました。
ありがとう。
0091、ケイシさん、高評価しました。
ありがとうございます。あ、こう。
Archaeological findings. Old clay pots with numbers inscribed upon them. Tools used by archaeologists in their research. Tools used by archaeologists in their research. Tools used by archaeologists in their research. I will need these tongs. A glass plate negative is missing. A glass plate negative is missing. Glass plate negatives. A remarkable method for recording ancient
ゴッツさん、こんばんは。
A glass plate negative is missing. It is a glass plate negative of an Egyptian statue.
あとってなんか塊取っとこうか。多分取れると思う。
I should analyze this melted metal.
My God, are you all right? I wonder how this could have happened.
Yes, it is somewhat treacherous. Fortunately, I am unscathed. To where does this corridor lead?
To the frigidarium, the coal room.
Barely unscathed and by a very small margin. And treacherous is an understatement. Those stones weigh tons. We won't move them.
It does not matter. If our investigation requires it, we shall ask for them to be removed.
なんか、やっぱり長そうだね。
D クラス職員ヒエナさん、C4 で一発よ。
なんで浴場が食ってるの？
Mr. Holmes?
Good day to you, Mr. Holmes.
T クラス職員ヒエナさん、Y も配信行ってまいります。
はい、いってらっしゃい。
Rodney Bentcliffe's notebook. It may contain some. The last pages were torn out. We must find a way of retrieving Sir Rodney's last lines. Watson, please prevent anyone from entering the room. But first, fetch me a pencil. To begin with, a few strokes of the pencil will be enough. I don't want to damage the traces. And then to gently smudge the leftover pencil marks with a handkerchief. I'm sure that what...
Mr. Holmes, the coroner... But what are you doing? Tampering with the evidence?
I prefer to make them talk. Today, I almost found it. This date will go down in history. Sir Rodney was about to make an outstanding discovery.
Wonderful.
I could retrieve only the final words. The rest of it is lost. Perhaps the autopsy will assist us in that matter.
I'm not sure that I can allow you to inspect the body now.
I am sure that you must, Constable.
Well...
This ring was most likely the one that Sir Rodney wore. He removed it before entering the steam room. I see the join. This ring was repaired, and quite badly too, with silver. An Egyptian symbol. It is a very old jewel.
Why on earth would they wear such a ring?
A very pertinent question. A hand-drawn map. An old and rather dirty coin.
いやいや、お前証拠品全部取っていいのか？操作があった。
An ordinary pencil. When Garrow found Sir Rodney dead, he wiped the blood upon himself. A phial with herbs. Do you know what it is, my dear fellow?
It's the St. John's wort flower, Holmes. It's commonly used as a drug against melancholia. However, an overdosage might lead to a rash or even hallucinations.
An embroidered silk handkerchief. A fountain pen with solid gold trim. Sir Gregory Pitkin's visiting card.
Good day to you, Mr. Holmes.
Please escort this suspect. A good day to you. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
I am Tristram Garrow.
Ah, お守り。したの？
What is your occupation?
I am a counsellor at the district chamber.
What were you doing at the baths?
Well, I follow the researches. I am interested in archaeology.
You follow them?
Yes. So many things happened and we need to know. Or perhaps it's better hidden.
I beg your pardon, Mr. Garrow.
I meant nothing by that. I apologize.
What was it like to work with Sir Rodney?
It was like working with a genius. He was a hard man, but then you know this world is hard. There are always people who want to steal from you. And he trusted me, but oh.
Are you feeling unwell?
Oh, I'm sorry. It is I remember. Oh, I feel so sorry.
Do you need anything?
I feel bad. I hear. No, nothing. I'm better now.
Please try to recall what you saw today.
The room was so hot. I had to remove my glasses. I was not feeling so very well in there.
But you found the body.
I saw the knife, you know, flying through the air. I saw the blood. I tried to escape. I don't remember.
You saw the knife? What did it look like?
Everything was as if in a nightmare. It all happened so fast. The knife was shining like gold.
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behavior?
Well, he had been rather secretive these past few days. Last Thursday, for example, I saw him leave. When he returned, it was very late. He showed me some wet coins, Roman coins, and he started to laugh.
Oh.
His ring! Oh, it should be destroyed.
Okay.
Why do you say that?
It is a cursed ring, digging dark secrets.
Really?
It is after me now. I know it. I shouldn't have worked on it in the workshop. It's too late now. This is the coin that he showed me. It is from the 3rd century.
It must be very rare.
No, I don't know. Thank you. Thank you. This will help me to calm down.
Do be careful with the dosage.
I will.
I mean it. Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
What? No.
Garrow appears to be rather mentally disturbed. Either that or he is a good actor. Please escort this suspect for interrogation. Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and I am assisting the police with their investigation of the murder of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe. Would you mind if I asked you a few questions?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. My name is Percival Blinkhorn.
What is your occupation?
I'm an archaeologist, specializing in the Roman period. I'm working on several excavation sites at present, including the baths at Strand Lane.
Can you tell me more about the baths?
Well, we're hoping to retrieve a great many interesting artifacts from the site, and to list any items of value before their eventual restoration and exhibition.
And has it been successful?
It has, thanks to Sir Rodney.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney?
Well, I couldn't say that he was a kind man, no. But he was talented. I felt a great admiration for him, I must say.
Was it your first collaboration?
I had met Sir Rodney briefly once in Egypt, and I'd shared my researches with him. Surprisingly, my work did convince him to come here. He arrived only a couple of months ago.
Surprisingly?
Well, Sir Rodney was a cold man, and so very secretive too. But I learned so much from him. I can't believe that he's dead.
Can you tell me what you saw today?
Well, we entered the steam room and we all went to sit down. The steam was particularly dense, and I didn't see anything much further after that. I just heard Mr. Garrow shouting, but we all ran for the door and bumped into each other. I was very alarmed by this point.
What did you do?
Well, the door was stuck, and with all the steam, it was quite frightening. I was barely able to see my own feet. Garrow was covered in blood.
Do you believe that Garrow killed Sir Rodney?
Oh, no. Garrow couldn't harm a fly.
Can you recall any recent event that would occur to you now as being a little strange?
Well, yesterday we had a small argument.
Is that all?
No. Sir Rodney informed me that he was to attend the London Archaeological Congress with me. Then he advised me of quite the opposite. And rather aggressively, too.
Do you recognize this ring?
Certainly. It's the famous Aswan ring. Sir Rodney brought it back from his last campaign in Egypt.
And he kept it for himself?
Sir Rodney has had his own particular ideas of archaeology.
What can you tell me about Garrow?
Well, he always looks so sad. And he has been acting strangely lately. He complains about voices and visions. I will keep an eye on him because I'm worried.
How well were your researches progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather well.
This letter reveals that Sir Gregory was prepared to put a stop to your work.
Yes. But since Sir Rodney's arrival, he had calmed down. He allowed us to work. I'm not sure what they agreed on.
What will happen now that Sir Rodney is dead?
Well, I haven't thought about that. But if it's needed,
おみこさん、アラフィフさんお疲れ様です。
お疲れ様です。
Did you place the bottle of champagne in the changing room?
No, I did not.
please escort. Good day to you, Sir Gregory. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the murder that took place this morning. Would you mind answering a few questions?
Tell me, Mr. Holmes, will I need to stay here for very much longer?
You are the manager of the baths, is that correct?
Yes. I'm passionate about archaeology. I wanted to restore the ruins. My ambition is to open the baths to the public. Living archaeology can be a profitable business, although now I'm not so sure.
I see. When do you wish to begin using the baths?
When the archaeological researches are over, I will be free to complete the restoration. It is the usual process.
What was your relationship with Sir Rodney Bentcliffe?
We were not particularly close. He had an unpleasant temperament. Suspicious, authoritarian, unkind. People possessed by genius may be forgiven for their nature, but not by me.
Was he obstructive?
Not at all. Everything he did led us to greater success. He helped us increase the potential of the building.
ここには何もだったら、なんか顔になんか、あるのに。なんかなんだ。
Please tell me what happened this morning.
The test that we performed this morning was a success. The steam was working well. But then, of course, that awful murder.
What did you see?
The steam was too thick to see anything. But ask Garrow. He saw the body first.
Had Sir Rodney exhibited any recent strange behavior?
Look, I'm not a suspicious fellow, but I think that he had professional interests elsewhere that he did not wish us to know about.
Why should you think that? Where?
I have no idea. But after all, it was not my business.
How was the work progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather slowly, I would say.
How was the work progressing before Sir Rodney's arrival?
Rather slowly, I would say.
Sir Gregory, could you please explain this letter? You expressed the wish to call off the research work at the baths.
It was all about Blinkhorn. He was merrily digging away and taking very little care about it, ruining everything and finding nothing of any value.
But the arrival of Sir Rodney changed your mind?
Sir Rodney's work was extremely promising, and it was good for the bath's publicity. So yes, I changed my mind.
Did you bring a bottle of champagne to the baths?
Absolutely not. Sir Rodney did, I think.
Are you aware that Mr. Garrow is under a form of medication?
Garrow? No, but I never liked that parasite.
Do you believe him to be capable of murder?
Well, he did have blood on him. Does that make him a murderer?
Locked.
Eh.
「
なんかヒントくれ。
What should we do next, Holmes?
Pyrite, otherwise known as fool's gold. White clay particles. Pyrite, otherwise known as fool's gold. Selenite. Interesting. According to the color and its composition, I deduce that this sample is white clay. Now, I need to find which area near London this sample belongs to. The sample of dirt belongs to the White London clay region, located near the city of St. Albans.
こんなんもやれるんだろ。
Let us analyze this blood sample. This blood has not coagulated well. It seems very liquid. That is strange. Let us see what is inside it. Hydrogen peroxide will bring any foreign matter to the surface. I must take a pipette and place several drops of hydrogen peroxide. I must take a pipette and place several drops of hydrogen peroxide.
ポイントのことか?
Water. This blood is heavily diluted with water.
お、氷で刺したんでしょ？ないじゃん。
This is a piece of metal taken from a brazier. It appears to be silver, but I need to be sure. If it is silver, it will be possible to melt it, since silver's melting point is at around 900 degrees Celsius. Let us compare this sample with a silver penny by testing it with acid. If it changes color to match the result of a reaction with a silver coin, then it is silver. I must take a pipette and place several drops of acid upon the sample.
ね、ピペットだね。はいはい。
The reaction is the same red stain. It is silver, Britannia silver quality. My analysis table. It is useful for my work. Here it is.
By the eye he was punished, for he saw that he was not worthy. Dreadful.
This is where I keep my archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
Ah, 何パンだと思う。 全部いって。生まれたページ。あ、これも。合っちゃうの？いや、ね、さっきのね、俺水と思うんだけど、氷と思うんだけどな。関係ないな、絶対関係ないね。だってか。
According to the coroner, there were no cardiac problems nor lung congestion, but there were traces of fungus, possibly contracted from the Egyptian tombs. The coroner observed no stomach nor liver disease, if we're to accept that Sir Rodney was an occasional drinker and 63 years of age. An unusual wound, inflicted by a curved knife, which resulted in instant death, as the coroner's report says. An unusual wound, inflicted by a curved knife, which resulted in instant death, as the coroner's report says.
Some light bruising caused by a rope. The bruising is in lines. They were caused by a rope around the waist. Sir Rodney was descending somewhere. Locked. Please. We discovered some melted silver in the brazier. Did you put it there?
No. Silver, you say? No, I don't know how it got there.
Please. We discovered some melted silver in the brazier. Did you put it there?
It didn't help. The power is too strong.
Some melted silver was found inside the steam room brazier. Do you know where it came from?
Silver? No.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Mr. Holmes?
These baths are becoming sinister.
ここが入ってんのかな、このシャンパンは。ないね。
One lens is cracked, probably due to the temperature of the brazier. These lenses are for myopia. The wearer is short-sighted. This area serves as a
あれ、行き詰まっちゃったもしかしても。場所を見で見つけるわけじゃない。じゃないか。ここから見つけるわけじゃないよね。じゃあなんとこ戻っ
My archive.
ダメじゃん。
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. This is where I keep my post.
って 調べんの？
0091、ケイシさん。ゴードビベス。ゴードビベス。
おかえりなさい。メーカー街やろ、ここ。
My analysis table.
やろ？あった。
Now we have two maps. We must combine them properly.
え？
0091、ケイシさん。いつ終わるんですか？
いや、知らないよ。クリアしないと、ないからね。ここ。いやー、難しいね。あ。よいしょ。
Watson, pack your bag. We are visiting a location in St. Albans marked on Sir Rodney's map. This archaeological site has been abandoned. Why did Bentcliffe come here? This
入れないよ。
What should we do next, Holmes?
This is the map of the site. We are at the heart of an old Roman city.
Wakaneya. わかんねえや。ナイフね。 くりした。
0091、警視さん、クリアしないと、配信終わらないの？
いや、配信は、多分、やってたら、わかりますよ。
The Cyclops, a one-eyed creature helping Vulcan at the forge. Vulcan, the god of fire and metalworking. I don't need the ropes for now. Excavating tools, a bucket, shovel, and brush. It is a statue of Minerva.
これ、ミロのヴィーナスのパクリでしょ。
Neptune, the god of the sea.
あ、
Construction hooks. It is a broken statue of a bull. The gastrofats were used with ropes and hooks for sieges. This is the map of the site. We are at the heart of an old Roman city.
これよく考えたら放送つまんないだろうな若い人には。
This is a reproduction of an ancient Greek crossbow. This is a reproduction of an ancient Greek crossbow. This is a reproduction of an ancient Greek crossbow. The door has been left open. Someone did not care, or was in haste. The gastrofets were used with ropes and hooks.
Oh.
This This railway is used to remove rubble from the site.
Watson は
0091、警視さん、オンライン授業始まるんで、落ちます。
はい、お疲れ様です。はい、3D 用意してきた。じゃあちょっと今日はここまでにしたいと思います。すいません、完全な趣味なゲームです。休憩します。多分、また明日か明後日やると思います。はい。はい、ご視聴ありがとうございました。休憩します。
ボットさん、お知らせ。視聴者数が100人を突破しました。次は300人でお知らせします。0091、警視さん、お疲れ様です。